Hello and welcome to the Daily Millwall for Thursday, the 23rd of May 2024. In today's Millwall news, we have this. Also, an international Millwall player not being selected for the latest squads. So, Millwall striker misses out on Scotland Euro 2024 squad. Millwall striker Kevin Nisbet has been left out of Steve Clarke's Scotland squad for the Euro 2024. Clarke has named an initial 28-man squad for the tournament in Germany, with the ex-West Brom boss cutting 2 players for the final team. Southampton's Che Adams, Liverpool's Ben Doak, QPR's Lyndon Dykes and Celtic's James Forrest and Hearts' Lawrence Shankland all selected in the forward options. Nisbet has 10 Scotland appearances to his name and scored in a 2-2 draw with the Netherlands in February 2021. The striker has only been called up to the Tartan Army once since joining the Lions last September from Scottish Premiership side Hibernian. Nisbet has 5 championship goals in 27 outings to his name this season. Scotland are in Group A alongside Germany, Hungary and Switzerland. So there you go. Looks like no Millwall involvement in the Euro 2024s. Unless there's an injury, I maybe might get him on a technicality, but highly unlikely. Now, moving on to this has been posted up before, but it's just a reminder, Millwall to invite ex-shareholders to general meeting in June. So it's Monday week, not this Monday, but a Monday in a week. It was a Monday week. Millwall Football Club is inviting ex-shareholders to a general meeting at the Den on Monday the 3rd of June at 3 p.m. The meeting, which will be akin to a previous annual general meeting, presents the opportunity for ex-shareholders to meet with the board and other senior executives and allow for a discussion forum on company matters. The invitation to ex-shareholders is part of a guarantee made by the club when it became a PLC around 18 months ago. If you are an ex-shareholder and are interested in attending, please let us know by emailing below. So you need to email shareholders@millwallfc.co.uk to guarantee a spot for the meeting at the Den Monday week. Now moving on to this from southernnews.co.uk. He will flourish much more in the near future. Sutton journalist discusses Adom-Malakis' progress and recalls the moment he clashed with Steve Morison in a Thorny post-match interview. He's talking about the journalist clashing with Morison, not Malaki. That didn't happen. Is the way it's worded, but I guess I don't know if that's intentional to get you to read it. But rising star Adom-Malakis arrived at Ganley Green Lane in January and enjoyed regular football amid Sutton's relegation scrap, which they ultimately lost. With 11 appearances on Mill's bench, Adom-Malakis will be itching to make his debut. So rarely last season did the Lions find themselves in a comfortable game situation, limiting the chance for either Gary Rowett or Joe Edwards to turn to the young defender and give him his moment to shine. It made sense then for him to depart to Sutton United in January under the watchful eye of former Lions striker Steve Morison, who had taken over as manager just weeks earlier. And while Sutton were relegated despite a spirited fight back in the second half of the last season, Adom-Malakis did his reputation no harm across 18 League Two appearances. They did come close, very close to surviving, said freelance reporter broadcaster Hamad Nur, who has followed the youths closely throughout the season. It was a very difficult period for a Sutton fan. If you mention the months between August and December, I think a lot of us were resigned to the fact that this is where Sutton were going to be this season after more or less October. Steve Morison came in, and after a really good period under Jason Goodliffe, who sort of stabilised the club in that difficult time, Morison changed the mentality and they were a lot more stubborn to deal with and weren't conceding 4 or 5 goals a game. However, he just couldn't get the team to win enough games. The performances were there, just not the results, and ultimately that's what Sutton needed. The form definitely picked up after Morrison's arrival, and Noel credits the shrewd work in the January markets being part of the turnaround. He said, "It was a strong finish to the season, but too little too late. Charlie Lakin stood out and was amazing when he came in January and just transferred the whole feel around the place. Nino was another fantastic acquisition in the sense that he was a player who needed to prove himself in men's football. He played for Millwall under-21s, and not to disrespect that level, but it's such a hard jump from that standard to the professional game. He took it on very, very well. The fullback would start all but one game he was available for, and not unlike fellow loanees Kamal Grant and Chin Ockley, appeared to grow with game time. Nor said, "Oh, he's capable, talented, and confident young lad who's come through to Sutton through Steve Morrison, an icon at the Den, as we all know, and looked like he just needed to get into men's football and understand how rough, tumble, and aggressive the game can be. He didn't do too badly to begin with, although it was a baptism of fire at first. His first game was against Mansfield, and he was against a team who were in a hunt to get promoted and put in a solid performance, and gradually understood the task at hand. Sutton don't have many players who are versatile in the way he offers, being someone who is so good one side of the field. Put him anywhere on that left-hand side, he can function effectively. That adaptability could prove to be a key for Adom-Malakis if he is to force his way into the picture at Millwall, where he's thought of highly. The 20-year-old often played higher up the pitch than his usual fullback position and proved to be a useful attacking threat for the League Two side. He's very much hovering in the middle to wing area of the field on the left-hand side, Noor said. He was never always staying back. Sam Hart and Rob Milson were two very good fullbacks by trade, but Nino offered something different. You start him at left back, but he won't play there. He'll move further up the field and become an extra attacker. Stephen Duke McKenna, who's just left QPR, was another player who looked so good when he appeared for Sutton, and would often tucking on the left-hand side, and Nino would cover that area to add another attacking threat. The more advanced role he adopted helped Adom-Malakis score his first goal in professional football as he volleyed home a blinder against Accrington Stanley. Noor said, that game was probably the height of Sutton's run of form, where he starts to become a much more of an asset in the team and understood where we needed to see from him as a forward-thinking player, and his goal was instinctive for him, and he just went and thumped it. It was an absolute corking strike, and he can always say his first professional goal was a stunner against Accrington Stanley. Being just 20, the defender is still learning the game, and Noor is hoping to see him improve in a couple of key areas, he said. He's young, so I don't expect this to be a permanent thing with him, but he's not physically built yet, and he could have a little bit more confidence going into tackles. You would also probably want him to improve a little bit more with decision-making in the middle. Being an easy target, he lost the ball quite a bit, which goes back to the physicality and working on that. He just needs a lot more men's football. He played a lot of games, 18 in League 2, and it's a good placeholder for someone who needs that confidence boost and experience to be able to play in the Championship. It's a whole different level of football. You're going to need to really improve on those shortcomings. I'm no coach. I can just say what I've seen with my eye. But personally, I think he's in good hands at Millwall. He's a great group of people there who know how to nurture talent and grow in confidence, and he'll be a lot more reliable. He doesn't look out of depth at the moment, in my opinion, and I think that's a case of being patient with him, and he'll flourish much more in the near future, I'm very sure. And then they go on to talk about the reporter having a spat with Morrison, which I'm not really bothered about, to be honest with you. But yeah, so yeah, they were playing Malaki further forward. Called a forward. He's not really a fullback. He's more used as like a wing back, because that was the system that Gary Rout was playing in the first team. So I think they were trying to at times use that in the under 21s. So he's more like a wing back, and so maybe he's an option as a left winger. So if we have him left wing, that might be an option rather than look at him as a defender, like. Especially if that guy's saying like the physicality is not there yet, use him as a winger. Can he get the ball in? Here's an idea. If we have, he's left-footed, so you say, well, let's use him on the left. How about we use him on the right? And we have to go back to the situation back in the day that I remember quite well. I was under Mark McGee, I think it was, when we had wingers, and they would often switch sides, and that means you have balls coming in. The defenders don't know if the ball's going to be an in-swing or an out-swing, and you get the crosses in, and you cause chaos, Millwall chaos, and that's how we get goals. But there you go. Although it would not surprise me if we got another loan out, but this time to a League One team. That also might be an option, but we'll see. We'll see how he does in pre-season against who we playing in pre-season. Do you reckon? Dulwich Hamlet, Bromley, Wellington. Same old. Yeah. He'll look a world beater against them, and then get loaned out to League One. So, moving on to this. This popped up today. Silver. So, Millwall achieved Silver Family Excellence status for 23-24. What does that mean? Does it mean anything? Does anyone care? I don't know. Let's have a read of it. This is from millwallfc.co.uk. So Millwall Football Club is pleased to announce that it has achieved silver status in the EFL's 2023-24 Family Excellence Scheme. Over 1 million junior supporters enjoyed a live matchday experience at an EFL game in the Sky Bet Championship, League 1 or League 2 in 23-24. Yes, but next season, Sky Sports Plus, do you think that that's going to grow or do you think that's going to shrink? This remarkable figure, which has been reached for the third season in succession, is testament to the success of the EFL's Family Excellence Scheme, which has seen 68 clubs receive either gold, silver or bronze, a record high for the scheme this season. The EFL's Family Excellence Scheme assesses the family experience clubs provide and rewards them with gold, silver and bronze status, introduced for the first time in 23-24. I think they mean bronze. Bronze was introduced the first time now. I think before it was just gold and silver, although why would you have gold and silver and not have bronze? That didn't make any sense. But there you go. For the quality of their match experience across a range of touch points, including ticket purchase, match day entertainment, accessibility, facilities and communications. EFL Chief Executive Trevor Birch said, "All attendances across the EFL are at a modern day high, and it's really encouraging to see more than 1 million junior supporters attend an EFL match for the third season in a row, highlighting the great work being done by EFL clubs to encourage young people through the turnstiles." And then they have a list of all the other winners, because if you go on any other clubs' websites today, this is everyone's talking about this. So here we go. This is the company that we're in. But what does that mean, though? Like I said, what does that mean? What does that mean? Well, I went on a little bit of a little digging expedition to find out what does it mean. And here we go. We're off to EFL.com to find out what it means. So this, like I said, this is an EFL thing. They did it. I don't know if they pay for it. The clubs pay for it. We'll find out how that they reached the gold, silver, and bronze, or whatever. So this is the piece put up on the EFL's website today. So over 1 million junior supporters enjoyed a live meal, like they just said. The remarkable figure, which has been reached for the third season in succession, is testament to the success of EFL's Family Excellence Scheme, which has seen 68 clubs receive either gold, silver, or bronze, a record high for the scheme this season. So you can see most of the story from Millwall has been picked up from this, like quote for quote, bar for bar. The EFL's Family Excellence Scheme assessed the family experience clubs provide and rewards them with gold, silver, and bronze, introduced for the first time, for the quality of their match experience across a range of touch points, including ticket purchase, match day, entertainment, accessibility, facilities, and communications. So of the 68 achieving, so what was there, 72? So 4 clubs failed. 4 clubs, they bounced out, because you got the 92 teams and the 72 in the Football League. So only 68 got gold, silver, or bronze. So fucking hell, what was it like at the 4 they didn't make it? Unless, I don't know. 13 are recognised as gold award winners, so only 13 for the exceptional family experience they provided supporters on match days. 28 got silver, which we got, while 27 received bronze. And they gave, the highest score was achieved by Plymouth Argyle. They got it there. And then we've got that. And here are the gold winners, so you can see. QPR, interestingly. Really? Okay. And then you've got all the others there. So here we go. This is what I'm looking. This is what I was looking for. How do you get gold, silver, bronze? What does that mean? The EFL Family Excellence Scheme was introduced in 07-08. The gold, silver, and bronze system was introduced for the first time in 23-24 and was developed to further incentivise improvement at clubs and enable the EFL to increase feedback and support on where clubs can improve the family experience they provide. Clubs are visited twice throughout the season by independent family assessors and then awarded their rating. So, I don't know if you've heard this term before, secret shopper. There's a term if you work in retail and in multinational retail companies, retail chains, the secret shopper. Your head office will pay someone to come into your store. They will have an experience, and then they will write it up and send it back to whoever's running it, and that will get back to your head office, who will then pass it on to your general manager or whoever, and then tell you, oh, what's going on here, whether it's good, bad, or whatever. So yeah, secret shopper. It's a mystery guest, and that's twice throughout the season. Okay, so we've got that. Then I went on a little bit more digging. What did I find? There is literally a company. Someone has come up with this business idea of coming up with a company where they go to football clubs, sporting venues, concert venues, and then they will write up a report, hand it to the event organizer, the sporting club, whatever, and then they will know, okay, this is what we experience as a fan. This is our experience as an independent fan coming in, because obviously a supporter's going to be like, a lot of Millwall supporters really fucking hard against the club, digging the club out for everything, the food, the style of the food, the drinks, the price, the cost. Like, Millwall fans moan all the time. The ones online, maybe the ones in person, I don't moan all. It's just the ones online. Maybe it's just the thing you see when you're online and it sticks in your head. When you're reading it, I don't know. But yeah, they seem to moan all the time. So this is like, an independent person or people come and visit, and this is a thing that I believe it's not explicit, but they have a list of their clients in the EFL as one. So I believe that this is the company that visited Millwall twice and gave up a report and handed it to the EFL. I hope they passed it on to Millwall, and they didn't just give us the silver award. That they actually hand the report to Millwall. Say, look, this is what happened. Like, there you go. So if and when you read this and see this, so this is a company called the Fan Experience Company. It's the website is fanexperienceco.com. Started in 2005. In 2019-20, we assessed the matchday experience at over 300 matches across 13 countries, as well as supporting improvement, engagement, and attendance growth projects in men's and women's football at all levels. 6 million more children are now enjoying EFL football since we first designed the Family Excellence Program. So this is it. They designed the program, went to the EFL and said, well, maybe it was the other way around, I don't know. And then, can we do this going forward? Look, we can improve your stadiums and whatnot, because obviously they want to make it more family friendly. Because if you get kids going, hopefully the kids, I don't know if you know this, they grow up and then they have kids and then those kids go. It's a cycle. These unprecedented results in the innovative approach designed to achieve them now twice been recognised in 2013 with the European League Best Practice Award, and then again as recently as June 2018 with the Sports Business Award Best Fan Engagement Award. So there you go. Now, why is this important? Now, if we move on to a similar page on this website, it may be you've been seeing improvements at Millwall, and it may very well be as a result of this company telling Millwall, look, this, and this, and this. Because what have we seen? We've seen the bars come outside because there's nowhere to drink. The local bars shut down. The closest ones are probably on the Southwark Park Road in the Blue, in New Cross, and that's by walking. But realistically, by time, it's probably better to drink at London Bridge. So obviously the club then put up bars. They put up the bar around the back by the Blue Bus. They put live music on. They've been doing all this stuff to make it better and better and better, and it's probably to be part of this. Not only that, but obviously the club, I don't know if the club just emails from the club day in, day and night. Obviously they've stopped now because the season's ended. I haven't had one for a while, but like there was a time I was checking my emails at a game, and they emailed me when I was at the game saying, hey, do you want to buy a ticket for this game? I was like, fucking hell, I'm already here. They're sending so many emails out, and it's probably to this. Like, this is the fan journey. So they've got this little report that they put out, which they probably sent to the clubs, and Information on the event. So this is before the game. Two-way fan engagement. Handling fans' queries. Game day build-up content. Mascot presence. Fan activity. So welcome. You're welcome at the stadium. Fan zone. Venue signage. Accessibility. Finding your gate. You're getting inside. The location, the size, promotion offers, range of variety, item quality, family-friendly layout and access. The location, the variety, quality of the price of the deals, the food availability and whatever. Pre-game entertainment, mascot, finding your seat. The view and comfort, ease of movement, toilets, not having bird shit strewn around you. Atmosphere, engagement, halftime entertainment and whatnot. So this company is probably responsible for some things that you've been seeing happening at Millwall and you didn't even know it. Like a lot of people obviously upset when the family enclosure moved. It was down on the bottom, and the kids could get signatures from the Millwall players. But then they moved it up into the east upper in that corner, and they painted it up, and they've done stuff in the concourses and whatnot, and made it look nicer. And it's probably because of things like this report and this company doing saying things like that. But then I was under the impression that was season ticket holders only, or maybe members, and I was under the impression that you needed to have a kid with you before you couldn't even get in there. So I don't know if this company, did they go in a family enclosure or did they not go in a family enclosure, because that would probably matter whether they got gold or silver. But there you go. So yeah, they printed this out, and then looking through this report, you can see it here: buying merchandise, food and drink inside the stadium during the game, all the stuff that's been improved by Millwall. So here you go, look. So then I went looking around, what other kind of rating systems are there? Because if you ask Millwall fans to rate away stadiums, I'm sure they would have a few choice words to say, because we generally get treated like shit wherever we go. So here we go. We have this. This is from Give Me Sport. So England's 92 clubs ranked based on experience for away fans. So this is away fans. So here you go. See if you've been to any away games this season. Do you agree with any of these ratings and the clubs that you went to? So yeah, Gillingham was the worst rank. Yeah, because it's not a covered status. It's not a covered seat, is it? It's open air. It's not a stand. It's like a thing that you get like a kid's, like a high school. Luton and Crystal Palace in the bottom 10. Not surprising. Crystal Palace, old and dilapidated. They put you in the wooden seat area. It's not very good, is it? It cramps up. So let's read this. One of the many beautiful things about football is that no two stadiums are exactly the same, from the architecture of the building itself and the material the seats are made of, to the local ambience around the stadium and the food on offer nearby. Each venue is unique. Of course, that doesn't mean they all make for a good match day experience. In reality, by the very fact that there are 92 professional teams in 4 different leagues spread across the EFL, some are inevitably far better than others. Ranking factors. So here we go. With that being the case, Bet Victor completed a study to form its own fan experience rating. They analysed 10 distinct matchday factors, which were season ticket price, price per game, stadium utilisation, total mileage. I think that means actually, I'm not sure what that means. Number of votes, atmosphere, location, stadium view, infrastructure, and food. So let's have a look at the full range. Remember, this is for away fans. League 2 outfit Gillingham have the unfortunate honour of being ranked rock bottom on this list, as Priestfield Stadium fails to impress with a score of 51.2 out of 100, leaving them as the worst experience for fans across England's top 4 division. No real surprise, considering their temporary, unsheltered away stand, which has been there for a few years now. Well, that's not temporary then, is it, if it's been there for a few years? Stevenage don't fare much better, as the League 1 team's home venue is only marginally better. It's interesting to note that Premier League teams Luton Town and Crystal Palace, the ones in the oldest stadiums, most probably out-of-date stadiums in the Premier League, to be fair, make the bottom 10 yet, as well, hoping that the £10 million refurbishment in Kenilworth Road was worth it ahead of their first campaign in the top flight. Forest Green Rovers also ranked poorly. Whoever had the final say on the food category clearly isn't a fan of vegan burgers. Yeah, that's a thing, innit? So remember, this is for away fans going to these clubs, the away fan experience. So if you see any that did we go to any of these this season? No. These are all lower league, except for Palace and Luton Town. So that's the bottom 10. Then we've got the next one. Next section is dominated by League 1 and League 2 clubs. It is not entirely surprising many teams at that level just don't have the resources to provide when it comes to certain aspects of the judging criteria. Bournemouth are the only Premier League or Championship side to make the list here. Showing the differences between the two divisions, the median ticket cost for the Cherries is £43, while at Accrington Stanley, the lowest of the bunch, is just £12.39. Of the 92 clubs, in fact, only Salford City charged less. MK Dons are also the unfortunate side to have the lowest attendance atmosphere ranking, 30 out of 100 from across the entire list of professional teams. So I think they've seen the report. I couldn't find the original report, so we've only got the final score. We don't have the individual scores of each section. But teams that we went to, we didn't go to any of these. We will next season though. Oxford and Peterborough. To be fair, I like Peterborough. It's not that bad of a. It's easy to get to. It's not that bad. The locals are a bit rough, shall we say? The new locals, as they're called. Featuring Wrexham and West Ham United. Here we go. While Hollywood may have helped put a Welsh outfit Wrexham unexpectedly on the map when it comes to global fame for football clubs, that hasn't helped the Racecourse Ground finish any other than 68th, although this can perhaps be forgiven considering it's the oldest international stadium in the world, having opened in 1807 and then hosting Scotland as it visited Wales back in March 1877. As mentioned before, Salford City, owned by a class of 92 members, all of them, offer the cheapest median ticket cost per game across professional football in the EFL at just £10. In comparison, West Ham charged £85 for one ticket. Fucking hell. Their atmosphere rating of 50 out of 100 would surely have ranked higher had they still been playing football at the Bowling Ground instead of moving to the London Stadium. So yeah, like I said, they've got the atmosphere rating is 50 out of 100. We've only got the final score, so we don't know. But that's not that much higher. And the total score is 63 out of 100. Yeah, that's not good, is it, for West Ham? Again, not many clubs here that we went to. Well, none of the clubs that we went to. So the Championship seems to be rocking. Championship is a good league now. It's not that bad. 60 to 51st. So Everton are planning to leave Goodison Park, move to a new stadium currently under construction at Bramley Moor Dock. Maybe then they'll score better than the 64. After changing home grounds, however, many teams often initially struggle to recapture the same atmosphere. With a strong current score of 70, this could be a case for the Toffees in the future. It's interesting to see that League 2 outfit Harrogate Town are boosted all the way up to 52 out of 92 on the list, thanks in part to their very respectable food ranking of 70 out of 100. Oh, what they got up there then? Greggs. Did they have Greggs? Get Greggs to do the food. Only FC Wimbledon and Notts County, come further down the list, can match this from that division. So if you want to watch some football and grab a bite to eat, the Envirovent Stadium could be the place to go. So here we go. We haven't seen Millwall yet, by the way, have we? So we've made the top 50. Another team we'll be playing next season, Portsmouth. Again, that's a nice place to go to, isn't it? Place we did go to, the QPR. Again, not surprised to see them down here. In that cramped up stadium, they put us in the corner, obstructed view or whatever it's called. And then you've got Bristol City that we went to this season. Now, top 50. Remember, this is for away fans. With a location rating of 80 out of 100, Birmingham City is nearly as good a place to visit as any. Only Newcastle United, who ranked 16 out of 92, all up, have a higher score of 9. Yeah, that's basically because they're in the middle of town, aren't they? Despite playing in League 1, Charlton Effect charge a whopping £630 for their most expensive season ticket. This is by far the most in their division, even more than some Premier League teams, although that's not as much as Ipswich Town, with the Championship club charging £734. Only 2 clubs in the league, Leicester and Norwich, charge more. But that seems quite high. Is that in the exec stand? Is that like in the posh bit, or? So here we go. Millwall still not on here. So this is why the away fans, they love coming to Millwall now. You've got all these bloggers and coming down to Millwall. Oh, they love it. We're rated quite highly now as a place to come, even for the away fans. And I don't think the away fans don't get all the bars and stuff that we get outside. I don't think they do. I don't know. I haven't been as Millwall as an away fan. It's Birmingham City. Obviously, we Birmingham. This is where the Championship clubs start coming in. Birmingham, Blackburn, Ipswich, Barnsley, Stoke, Cardiff, and Reading. Reading is a bit of a get to, isn't it? It's why they built it way outside of town. But we usually get them on a fucking midweek as well, didn't they? They always put Reading away in the midweek. So clubs ranked 40 to 31st. Where are we? Described lovingly by their fans as a carpet, Arsenal's Emirates Stadium is known for having a pristine playing surface, but the atmosphere hasn't always been much to write home about, with the rivals dominant the library as a less favourable nickname. Still, the location in North London makes for a great day out, as the venue scores 80 and 100 on that front, and also ranks the same score for stadium view and infrastructure. What it should do is a brand new ground. Fulham and the other Premier League team in this group, and they stand out for having the most expensive season ticket going in English football. Indeed, you can pay as much as £3,000 if you want to regularly watch the action from Cavern Cottage this term. For reference, League One side Wigan Athletic charges £366, and they rank one place better than the Cottage as well. This is the thing. This ranking isn't about season ticket holders. This ranking is for away fans. So I don't know why they keep bringing up season tickets, because you can't have a season ticket as an away fan. Here we go. Millwall, 37th. We got a score of 70 out of 100. So for away fans, 70 out of 100. There you go. Like I said, I couldn't find the original report, so I couldn't see the actual breakdown. But I imagine we probably lost some points on amenities and food, and probably stuff like that. But just below Arsenal, which is insane. If you think away fans, the away fans basically that went to Arsenal, went to Millwall, basically got nearly identical scores. That is incredible. So yeah. So now we've found out where Millwall are. I don't really care about the rest. We're just going to skip through it. We'll find out where the other teams are. So Stockport County 30th. You can see them there. Premier League teams, Chelsea 25th. Did you agree with any of these? Did you go to any of these grounds away, and do you agree with them having a high score as being a good place to go? Sunderland, was that a good place for you to go? It was a cracking result. I guess, when did they vote though? Did they vote before the game kicks off, or did they vote after, if they've had a win or a loss? I imagine that might reflect in the score that you get if you lose the game. So here we go. We're in the top 20 now. AFC Wimbledon, 20th. They've got a new ground, haven't they? I don't think I've been to that new ground yet. The one back at Plough Lane. Brighton and Hove Albion, Newcastle, Man United, Wolves, Bolton, Southampton, Plymouth Argyle, Man City. Quite a few of these on the sea. Maybe that has to come into it if you can do other stuff while you're there. Here we go, top 10. So the top 10 clubs for away fans, rated by away fans. Aston Villa in 10, Leicester City in 9, Derby County in 8th. Brentford's new ground, 7th, Huddersfield 6th, Bradford City in 5th. Bradford City, Jesus. West Brom, Tottenham Hotspur, which was spanking brand new ground, very good ground. Nottingham Forest, yeah, I like Nottingham Forest. I've been there. It's just decent. How much of that is to do with the Hooters, though? Anyone goes to Nottingham Forest, it's all about the Hooters. Is that still there? Did COVID shut it down? And then number 1, Sheffield United. Bramall Lane, Sheffield United got not top by 2 points. A margin of 2 points, 80.24 to 78.94. for Nottingham Forest. Again, this is based on the last season, so like I said, with the results, teams are going up there and spanking Sheffield United 4-0, 5-0, 6-0, 7-0, and the rest. So they're gonna love it. They're probably gonna absolutely love and give them. Oh, we feel sorry. Oh yeah, when they're filling in the form afterwards. Oh yeah, we feel sorry for them. Oh, let's give them a high score. You know what I mean? But yeah, there you go. So like I said, in terms of ranking the football fan experience, you've got the away fans and you've got the home fans. You've got family stands, and it's all very subjective, but does seem to be improving thanks to companies like the Fan Experience Company, who go to clubs and write up reports. So there you go. And on that note, thank you for watching, and goodbye.